Tootie and Murdoc finally made it to Whoville. It was quiet and the windows were dark. This is house number 1. Okay, make it quick. It's freezing. Murdoc got on the roof and went down the chimney and only got stuck once. Once he got down, he stuffed the bags with toys, lights, and all the decorations. Then he took the Who's roast beast. He even took the last of their Who hash. Finally, the final thing was left was the tree. He took the tree and shoved it up the chimney. Suddenly, he heard a small coo. He turned around and standing there was a small Who, young Noodle, in the role of Cindy Lou who was no more than 2. Sandy Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Murdoc wasn't sure what to think, but then he thought up a lie. My dear child, there is a light broken on here, so I'm taking it back to my workshop to have it fixed, but I'll bring it back on Christmas Day. After that, he gave her a drink and sent her to bed. As soon as little Noodle left the room, Murdoc shoved the tree up the chimney, then took the log from the fireplace. All that was left were hooks, string, and a tiny crumb too small for a mouse. Back with Tootie, he continued to stand there in the snow, freezing to death. Oh, what's taking him so long? Suddenly a bag fell on top of him. Ow! Max, quit laying on the ground. We got more houses to break into. And the Grinch did the same to all the other Who's houses and took everything, all their toys and food, until he was through. Ah, this is heavy! The two then made it up the top of a hill, all the Who's still in bed and the sun starting to rise. They should be waking up by now, and when they do, they'll be crying boo-hoo, and that no Christmas came, and this I gotta hear. Murdoc then put his ear close to hear the sad noise he hoped to hear. Then a noise was heard. It was low, but then it got high, but it wasn't sad at all. What? It can't be! Looks like Christmas still came. Gosh darn right it did. It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. How could this be? You know what I think? Christmas isn't about what comes from a store. It comes from your heart. Well, I guess you're not wrong. Maybe Christmas isn't so bad after all. Oh, ow! Murdoc then collapsed in the snow. Murdoc, I mean Grinch, are you okay? What happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day. Grinch, Grinchy! Murdoc sat up. Oh, thank God. Max, let's return everything. The two then slid down the hill and returned everything to the Who's, giving them back their presents and everything. The Grinch was even invited to the feast, where he carved the roast beast. And of course, the Grinch was accepted into society, but still lived in his cave and was still considered a freak only in the fall by the Who's. The end. Murdoc closed the book and saw the kids had finally fallen asleep. Finally! He tucked them in under the covers and quietly left the room. Meanwhile, Izzy had fallen asleep in hers and Murdoc's bed when Murdoc came over and woke her. Oh, hey, you finished reading to them? Yeah, and got them to sleep. See, I knew you could do it. Yeah, say, you think I could do it next year? Sure, babe, I could use another break from having to struggle with putting the kids to sleep. Anything for you, honey.